Well, we want to welcome everybody once again to our podcast titled "We Drippin." We, you know me, I'm your podcast pastor, Reverend Don Isaac, also known as Don Drip. But today I have the lovely, luxurious, beautiful, glitzy Madam M. Tissy co-hosting me here with me today. It's beautiful. It's a joy to have you with me today. I don't feel alone. Amen.
Hey, podcast. How you doing?
Well, we want to welcome you to another segment of our podcast, and in this podcast, we'll be discussing several different topics, and we will be giving my input. It's some things that M. Tissy has come up with, some current events, some social things, um, basically from three genres, not of music, but of events that are important to us in our society today.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do.
we're gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna turn it over to M. Tissy, Madam M. Tissy, and let her take it from there.
Sorry, Dad Trip. How you doing today?
I'm fabulous, fabulous. I'm blessed to be here, and ready to let God use me any way He wants to.
You look fabulous.
No, thank you so much.
Well, I have a couple topics I want to go over with you and get your perspective on things.
Okay, that's good.
The first one is, what do you take on the Tyler Perry and the TSA management? Because you know that he came and tried to give cash to TSA employees for working without pay.
Wow, free
And yeah,
for free?
they declined it. So he went and got gift cards for everyone. And they declined, they gave them out, but they made everybody give them back.
What?
Yeah. So what do you take on that?
Wow. So you mean to tell me Tyler Perry just decided, well, and it's not like he's hurting for money probably, but he just decided to give the TSA employees,
Mhm.
everybody that already got a paycheck coming, he decided to bless them financially just by giving them money. And TSA denied it?
Yeah, they denied it because they're not getting paid right now. They're working for free.
Oh,
So
okay.
he wanted to help out by helping their families by giving them cash to help. But the management declined, tried to give them gift cards. They made them give them back.
Wow. Well, one, I think that's real, I don't know. I hate to say stupid, but I'll definitely say slow. For if it wasn't costing them anything, um, and someone just offered to be a blessing to people who are working and not getting paid, I don't see the evil in that. But I see the stupidity in, whoever would stand in the way of their employees just receiving a blessing. That's like waiters just receiving a tip,
Right.
for doing what they do. And, a tip is something that just shows your appreciation or your gratitude for
Hmm.
what's going on.
Right.
So I have to question, the heart of the management.
Okay.
Are,
Yeah.
are you trying to punish the TSAM workers, or would you stop them from receiving a free offering that wasn't costing you anything?
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't get that,
That makes no
but
sense. Yeah.
I can't see any sense in that
Yeah.
whatsoever. But maybe it's policy, or I don't know. But if that's a policy in place that people can't show gratuity to you, I think that policy needs to be looked at.
Yeah.
You need to be
Revoke.
re-examined.
Seriously.
You need to re-examine that.
Because
Time is hard as times is today.
Mm-hmm.
MTC, that's
Right.
crazy. Somebody try to stop me from getting a blessing.
Right.
Man, I wouldn't want you to be the one to stand in the middle of me and somebody trying to bless me, because I
Right.
don't tell how. yeah. Reverend Don Isaac gonna act. Yeah, don't stop me from getting the blessing.
because they already come to work for free. You know what I'm saying? So why not?
Yeah, yeah,
Least you can do, you
yeah.
know?
I know. My drip on that is that the management need to really they need to be written up or something needs to be done in that regards for employees that are already working basically for free while they settling whatever disputes they got.
Right.
But in the meantime, you stopping someone for just an act of kindness.
Right.
What type of world do we live in today where it's wrong for somebody to just be kind to other people?
Right.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, now this is for the global.
Uh huh.
Do you know that the job rate has increased by 6.6% since 2025? And that's over 62,000 people that have applied for jobs and all of that.
Wow.
So, do you think they just trying to, get back in the field of working, or the money done ran out?
Well, I know pandemic money only lasted so long. Well, but I know at that time, people were offering jobs to people and people were turning down. They didn't want to work.
Mhm.
And they said, I get paid better for staying at home than I do if I'm coming to your job. So
Right.
my guess is, yeah, probably the investments that came from the pandemic has ran out, but really for the good of the economy, I think that's definitely a plus in our economy right now. Especially, inflation is going on, so people need to pay their bills. They need to provide food for their families. They need to be able to pay their health care, or at least the um, um, where you go to the pharmacy and you have to pay a copay or
Right.
something. Where's that money gonna come from? So, it's a good thing to, that's I give a thumbs up to everybody that's back with a willingness to work and change their financial situation. So that's a sign that maybe things are getting better.
Hmm.
When because American has been built not only on the slaves of black people, but on the backs of those who truly have a desire to work.
Right.
I know my father was a hardworking man, and he worked for everything he got, and he definitely wouldn't tolerate or stand anybody not wanting to add to their situation by working, a 9 to 5 or whatever. So, I think that's a good sign for America. Is that global or is that just America? The 62. What's that?
It is global.
It's global.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's all over. Yeah, that's a good sign. Because the Bible says this: if a man don't work, he'll steal.
Right.
So, and I know that probably with the increase of job awareness or willingness to check, I bet, and I haven't checked the statistics, but I bet also crime rate is probably going down. If people go to work, they won't be on defrauding or stealing the stuff
Right.
of people who already have been
Right.
at work.
Right.
So they're willing to work and get it. And the Bible said if a man don't work, he don't eat. And yeah, that's a good sign that people
Hmm.
are thinking about working again.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah. Now for the hip hop and entertainment
All
segment.
right, all right.
So we're gonna get on this 50 Cent and Ti
Uh-huh. Okay.
situation.
Give me a little background about that.
Okay, from what I'm hearing, that Ti and 50 Cent had a mutual agreement on the Versus battle, all the way up until the Versus battle. They communicated, hung out in New York, all that.
Okay.
But the day of the battle, 50 Cent backed out. What do you think about that, and why do you think he backed out?
Well, I mean, at one time, I lived in Jersey, so uh, just around the era when 50 Cent it really first came out. I don't know. They said he wasn't worth a quarter. That's why they named him 50 Cent. I don't know what that really means, but I used to be a fan of his. I listened to his music. It was inspiring in his story, being shot and going through what he had to go through for his place in the hip hop world. I commend that. But as far as in breaching contract,
Mm-hmm.
and I really want to salute today my man Ti. Uh, I really enjoy and I'm a big fan, supporter of his music and the Grand Hustle.
Oh yeah.
And I know he came from being a dope boy, to being an entrepreneur, a businessman, a father, amongst other things, as well as entertainer, as a rap artist, as a actor,
Mm-hmm.
as a I even heard tell that he can even play the piano. He played piano and rapped on one of the songs. So I'm a huge supporter of the Ti clan, and I don't support any man not standing behind his word. So if they were going to collaborate on a battle or whatever that may have been for the good of both of their followers, why would a man not stand his word? I don't represent any man that call himself a man. I don't care if his name is 50 Cent or if it was 1 penny or if it was $50 or whatever that is, whatever that looks like. But a man need to be a man of his. If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Right.
You
And
know?
then putting the family in it.
I'd heard something about he
Yeah.
started bashing, Ti's wife, and I seen some little clips of his Ti's son even really challenging him on some street gangster level. You know, I don't have any respect for somebody that said that they want to do something and you're a full grown man. Why you wouldn't stand on your word? I don't applaud that effort at all. So yeah, but my kudos to Ti, and when you come down to messing with my family, that ain't going that's not gonna work out good for you. Not a real man.
Right.
So I represent and I truly respect Ti, and I look forward to seeing him soon and within the next 30 days or so. If everything works in my favor, I want to go and visit in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ti, I'm on my way. Yeah, you gotta meet the original person of you unknowingly wrote that big old drip. Yeah, I'm him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
not named Drip, but I am Drip.
Yeah.
So I look forward
Yes,
to
sir.
seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, our last segment for the day is called WSP of the day.
The
World Stupid Person of the day.
Okay,
Yeah.
the WSP.
WSP.
All right,
Of
of
the day.
April 2nd,
Yes. Of the day.
2025.
Now,
Yeah.
allegedly, a New Orleans police officer was caught smoking meth.
Oh no!
Smoking meth, and they recorded everything.
What?
Dispatch, yes. So
Where's this at
in
again?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yes.
He
What do you
wasn't
think?
drinking lean. He was smoking meth
He
in
was
New
smoking
Orleans.
meth. Yes, and he caught everything. And
Wow.
So
And they got it recorded.
yes, he recorded himself. He didn't know his body cam was recording. He didn't know it was recording.
Wow. Well, I got yeah, hands down, he probably is like the stupidest person. Whether you're a police officer or a bum on the
Mhm.
street, if you got recorded doing something illegal, you really got to be out of your mind. But definitely to be a man supposed to be a public defendant, and you smoking meth.
Yes, smoking meth. Yes.
What was that? Oh, no wonder we got them trying to kill all the young black men that they can. They high on something.
Right. So,
I thought they were just high on hate.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they high on what is it, PCP or meth?
Meth.
Methamphetamine.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't care what his occupation is. he could be the judge, but he could have been the president of the United States. But if Donald Trump was to be recorded smoking meth, you two are a prime candidate to be the number one stupidest person in the world.
But like I said, Donald Trump might be eating babies
What?
and killing children and kids, and he's still the president.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a conversation
Yeah.
for another episode.
Right.
Well, because I heard there's a lot going on up there with all the elite and with Epstein and all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be another segment we got.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for co-hosting with me today, M. Tissy. Madame M. Tissy, you look lovely. You look spectacular.
Thank you.
Wow. Look at the outfit. And what is that? The tattoo, the tiger print. Look at the red shoe. Oh my God, you fly. Oh, you got the drip. You dripping up in here. Yeah. Well, we want to say thank you for joining us for this brief one. We look forward to the next occasion that we can get together and I can give you my twist on the situation. Again, I am Reverend Don Drip, and this is the fabulous, insurmountable, incomparable Madame M. Tissy. And we want to say good night to our podcast family, and we look forward to the very next time. In the meantime and in between time, keep dripping.
Peace.